Good day, ma'am. I am Hanah Purgarillas, BSHM 3A, and I am going to discuss Chapter 2. So, before that, we have here our learning objectives. First is to identify important provisions in the Philippine Constitution related to tourism and travel. Second is to enumerate the rights of travelers as well as entities engaged in the entire tourism, travel, and hospitality industry. Last is to organize industry research. So for the introduction, the Philippine Constitution. So first, the right to travel in the Philippine Constitution. So the Philippine Constitution guarantees every Filipino the right to travel as stated in Article 3, Section 6. The right ensures that individuals can freely move within and outside the country, except in cases where national security, public safety, or public health require restrictions. This right is particularly relevant in tourism and education, as traveling enhances knowledge and cultural awareness. However, this right is not absolute and can be regulated under specific circumstances. So here's a case study, the Killjoy Administrator. The situation, Professor Myra Villamin, following all school protocols, organized an educational tour to Boracay. Despite her compliance, the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Leonor Gaspar, denied the request due to a past tragedy involving a drowning accident on a previous school trip. There are questions and analysis. What are Professor Villamin's options? First, she can appeal to higher school authorities or the Board of Justice. Second, she may request a reconsideration by presenting risk management measures. Third, if internal appeals fail, she can seek legal advice on whether the decision infringes upon students' rights. Second question, does Dr. Gaspar have the right to block the activity? As an administrator, Dr. Gaspar has the authority to ensure student safety. However, denying the tour outright despite compliance with safety protocols may be an excessive response. So, preventing future accidents, first, implements strict safety guidelines. Second, conduct emergency preparedness training for students and faculty. Last is to secure insurance and medical support during the trip. Responsibility of teachers and school administrators. First, school must ensure that all off-campus activities follow safety regulations. Second, teachers must supervise students and provide risk assessments. Last is administration or administrator should balance students' enrichment activities with risk management. So the constitutional and legal consideration. First is the Bill of Rights, Article 3. Section 1 ensures that no person is deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process. Next, due process requires fairness in decision affecting individuals. Last is the Equal Protection Clause that requires uniform treatment under the law. So here's another application, extradition of Congressman Peter Guinino. Congressman Guinino was accused of crimes in the U.S. and his extradition was requested. He demanded access to documents before the process. Legal opinion, his due process was not violated because extradition laws specify when an accused person can receive document. Second, privacy of communication, Article 3, Section 3. Protects individuals from unauthorized wiretapping and surveillance. Anti-wiretapping law RA 4200 prohibits interception of private conversation unless approved by a court. Next application, NBI wiretapping case. NBI set up hidden wiretaps in a hotel suit to monitor drug dealers. Legal opinion, the operation was illegal since the crime did not fall under the exceptions allowed by law. Third, freedom of speech and expression, Article 3, Section 4. Free speech is protected but not absolute. Obscenity is defined by standards of morality and artistic or scientific value. Next application, for Santiago Bikini Photo Shoot. A group of actresses conducted a revealing bikini photo shoot in a historic public space. Legal opinion, the Manila Councilor had the right to stop the activity due to law against lewd acts in public spaces. Fourth, right to travel, Article 3, Section 6. People are free to travel unless restricted by law. Courts can limit travel for individuals under investigation or facing legal proceedings. Next application, Mr. Bundok's request to leave the country. Mr. Bundok, facing fraud charges, requested to travel abroad for business reasons. Legal opinion, the court can deny his request as a condition of his bail. Fifth, labor rights, Article 3, Section 8. Workers have the right to form unions to protect their rights. Government employees can form unions but cannot strike. Next case, Philippine Airlines and the Chamber of Real Estate Builders Association question a tax law that affected their contracts. The Supreme Court ruled that contracts are subject to police power and can be regulated in the interest of the public. National economy and patrimony. The Constitution prioritizes Filipino citizens and corporations in key economic areas. Next case, a Filipino company was awarded Manila Hotels majority shares over a higher bidding Malaysian corporation. The Supreme Court rules this valid as the hotel is part of the nation's patrimony and should be reserved for Filipinos. Public utilities and foreign investment. At least 60% of public utility businesses must be a Filipino-owned. Foreigners may invest but their board participation is limited to their capital share, and top executives must be Filipino. Next case, Philippine Airlines question a permit issued to Grand Air. The Supreme Court ruled that the Civil Aeronautics Board had the power to grant temporary permits even if Grand Air had no legislative franchise yet. Regulations of professions. The practice of law in the Philippines is strictly limited to Filipino citizens. Foreign professionals can work in the country but need a work visa and permit. Next case is a businessman looking to hire a CEO and a legal counsel must hire a Filipino lawyer, but the CEO position may be open to a foreigner if no qualified Filipinos are available. The legal principles discussed highlight the state's role in regulating businesses, contracts, and profession to protect national interests while balancing foreign investment and economic growth.